Hey guys, Rosanna here, and today we are going to make a moist turkey. Now I know a lot of y'all be making some dry turkey. Yeah, you. I know. Or at least you guys know someone that makes some dry turkey. So if you know someone, if it's not you, send this video to someone that makes dry turkey and tell them to follow the steps. Now, usually I use a regular old turkey, but today I'm using a smaller turkey for basically the reason is my husband went and got a smaller turkey, guys. So we're going to go ahead with this turkey breast. This is a Genio turkey breast, and we're going to basically just work with what we have, guys. So the first thing that we're going to make sure you guys have, you need a turkey, number one. Make sure you get a turkey. Without a turkey, you can't have your turkey. So make sure you get a turkey. The next thing you want to have is some celery. And the reason why I'm using celery, I'm using it as a stuffing because I will be making stuffing along with it. We'll have bell peppers. So you can cut up some green, red, orange, yellow bell peppers, whichever one you like. But today, I am only using the orange bell peppers because this is what I have in the fridge. So we're going to roll with the bell peppers. You want to make sure you have some fresh cut garlic. Now you can go ahead and use the minced garlic. But if you use the minced garlic, make sure you still go get some fresh clove garlic. And you want to have some red or purple onions, however you call it. I say it's purple onions because they are purple. But red onions, go get you some red onions. I prefer using red onions because I just love the taste of them. So you're going to put that to the side. So press pause if you need to. So make sure you have your turkey, bell peppers, red, yellow, orange, whichever color, green, some celery. And as you see, this is, if you, depending on the size of turkey you have, you can use how much you like to use it. Because basically, like I said, we're going to use it as stuffing. And then some cut up garlic cloves. Next, you'll have bay leaves, guys. Bay leaves. And I like to put a few bay leaves in mine. And since this is about a 7-pound turkey, I'll probably use about 3 bay leaves. Bay leaves are really great. One of the benefits of bay leaves, a few of the benefits of bay leaves are they're good for your digestive system. They're good for your immune system. I also saw that they're good for hair loss. So that's a great thing. You can make like a tea and drink that. It's also good for, they say you can make like a tea, make like a boil the bay leaves and add some oil for like something to put on your scalp. And what I did not know, they're good for insulin resistance. So those of you guys out there that have insulin issues, you may not have type 1 or type 2 diabetes. You may have prediabetes, or you may just be on that verge of getting diabetes. Definitely boil you some bay leaves and drink it like it's tea. So I'm definitely going to do that. So that's one of the benefits. As you guys know, this is cooking with benefits. So we will be using bay leaves. Make sure you have that. Now, for me, I get a big old bag of bay leaves at Cardenas. Big old bag, really reasonable, really cheap. I know if you go to other stores and buy it, it can be a little pricier. So I like to go head out to the local Cardenas. I am also using chicken broth and turmeric. Now, I haven't been putting turmeric in it, but I wanted to add turmeric this time. Turmeric, as you know, is the #1 best thing for inflammation. So I want to add some of this. Cooking benefit number 2. I'm also going to be adding some sage because, as I mentioned, sage, I'm going to be using it. I'm going to make a dressing with the juice. and the turkey. I'm also going to be adding some cardamom, guys. Cardamom has so many benefits. Google it, check it out. This cardamom is basically a great seasoning that a lot of the Ethiopian food has. So I always have me fresh cardamom. I love to have where you can grind it yourself, and the aroma of the cardamom just is perfect, guys. It's really perfect. Then I'm having cumin. So you want to have some cumin. I have a big jar myself, so I can just add a few teaspoons of that. Some lemon pepper, onion powder, and you can use salt. You can use any salt, but I like to use, this is a Celtic salt because of all the benefits. Now, the Celtic salt has loads and loads of minerals that's good for our bodies, especially trying to get all the minerals into our bodies. So like if you're drinking just water by itself, a lot of times, let me tell you a quick story about that. So story time. So a few years back, I was always in the emergency room. And every time that I would go to the emergency room, they would tell me that I was dehydrated. Now, if anyone knows me, I'm a stickler for having water. I would have cases of water, empty water bottles in my car because I would drink them and just throw them in the back until it was time to throw them in the garbage. So I would be drinking tons of water, and I was very curious and stunned as to why I was dehydrated all the time. Literally every time I went to the emergency room, you're dehydrated. So when I started doing some research, I saw that by taking just a few, like a little pinch, let me show you guys, taking a little pinch like this, a little tiny pinch of Celtic salt, that can help. And then basically you drink some water right after. That can help actually get your water into your cells, and it's basically like an aid to go into your cells in your body. So it helps with the dehydration. So that's another tip, guys. I love this. This was a Celtic salt. I forgot the brand. I had put it up already, but I've also used Redmond salt. They're a good brand. I have them as well. So you can buy them on Amazon. Very reasonable. So as you guys saw, and we're going to be using butter, of course. So let's get started. All right, guys. So we're over here by the stove, and this is how I melt my butter. So I have this. You can melt your butter any way you like, but for some reason I love using this skillet to melt the butter because I don't know. It's fun. It's cool. I like to see it. So we're going to get this pan going, heat it up. And this stove, by the way, is excellent, guys, because I love the way it heats up really easy. This is Frigidaire. So you want to put a few scoops of butter into the pan, guys. So that was 3 scoops because this is going to be, let's just go with 4 scoops. This is going to be your sauce for your turkey. And as you'll see, we'll mix all the seasonings with this. So we want to first heat this up, get it all melted. All right, guys, so I just poured the butter into the pan. And what we're going to do is start adding all the seasonings to it. So I have your onion powder, and you kind of want to just play it by ear. Do a few shakes of the onion powder, a few shakes of the lemon pepper, nice little shakes, a few shakes of the turmeric. You want to just basically kind of use what you feel that you can use, that you should. And here's the cardamom. So I'm doing a nice amount of cardamom in there. The sage, we don't want that much, but we're going to put a few shakes. This doesn't come out as much, so don't think that it's coming out a lot. It's kind of slow there and coming out. So we're going to just do a few shakes of the sage. We'll most likely add more in the cumin. We're going to add a few shakes of the cumin. Add that in there. The Celtic salt. This is what we're going to do with the Celtic salt. Nice amount. A little sprinkle here and there of Celtic salt. And then what we're going to do is stir it. So you want to stir that all together. See? Stir it all up like it's eggs. It kind of looks like eggs. But make sure it's nice and smell it. Make sure it smells good, and that it does. And then what we're going to do first, guys. So here's the turkey. Like I said, this is a turkey breast. It's a smaller version, but we're going to work with it. So what this one, the way this is cut, it kind of doesn't sit well in here. So but we're going to still stuff it. I'm going to turn it upside down so I can stuff it this way first, and then I'm going to add the seasonings. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bay leaves. I'm going to put 2 bay leaves inside. We're going to take the garlic, stuff it inside. And guys, when this is all done, you're not going to even see the garlic, the celery, the bell peppers. It's going to be nice and it's going to be looking beautiful. So stuff all the celery, garlic, bell peppers. I want you to stuff that all inside. So we're stuffing the bell pepper. And you know, bell peppers, onions, they all have tons of benefits too, guys. So I'm kind of stuffed out right now there. You want to make it sure that it's nice and stuffed. Now I'm going to turn this one around like this. I should have took this neck piece out, but we're going to just keep it in there. Yeah, we're going to keep that in there. Like I said, this is a Genio. Usually I don't like the turkeys when they're like this, but we're going to work with it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is find my knife. One moment, guys. Let's go get the knife. We're going to get this knife going. And what I like to do is stab the turkey. So I like to go around and stab it at the top, because that's going to help the moistness and all the juice go inside the turkey. So we're going to do that. Put that on. All right, guys. So like I said, with this Genio turkey, I didn't like the way the piece of the neck was sticking out of it. That didn't sit well with me, because usually when I buy the nice big turkeys, they usually have the neck piece or whatever. They usually have the piece all stuffed inside. I prefer that way, where I can just throw it out. So I just had to cut it off, guys. So we're going to throw that out. So let's make sure. So now I got to turn this back around and keep that turkey stuffed. Now it's fine if it comes out on the outside, because it's all going to be good anyway. It's going to get in there. So after you stab the turkey a few, so we can get the juices all in there, what I'm also going to do is just add the rest of the onions around it, because that's going to taste so good. And we're going to start with the seasonings now. So the juices, that nice buttery seasoning, I'm going to pour some into the bottom there. Make sure I get it all in there. Guys, that's going to be so good. And then what I'm going to do is add some of the chicken stock at the bottom of it. And that's, once that cook inside the oven, guys, add a little chicken stock. It looks so good, guys. So everything is in here. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on my end. You can definitely go ahead and add some more seasonings to the top part. You know, you want to make sure it looks all nice and good. I'm going to add some of this cardamom on top and some lemon pepper back on top of it. This is what it's looking like right now. We have all the butter and juices and the chicken broth in there, and we had added some more lemon pepper, cardamom on top. So we're going to let that sit in there. We're going to turn the oven on for 325. We're going to cover this up. Keep it in the oven for 2 hours. Then we'll check it. Because this is a 7-pound, so it said about 2.5 hours. After the first 2 hours, we'll check it to make for sure. If it looks good, we'll take the top off the last 30 minutes. So the key is you want to make sure you take the top off the last 30 minutes. Make sure you cover it with aluminum foil. That's the key, guys. So let's do that. I'm going to go grab that now. So I have the aluminum foil here, guys. Make sure that you guys turn your oven on before. I forgot to tell you guys that. Make sure you let that oven preheat. So what I'm doing here, and I'm cooking this in a cast iron pan right now. Because when you do a cast iron pan, it cooks all evenly and so much better. So we're going to cover this all up. I think I want to put another one on top of it to make for sure it stays good in there. And we're going to cook this for 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, we're going to check it out to see how it looks. So you put your timer on and wait for 2 hours. All right, guys, so we got this turkey out, and as you see, there's still juice all in here. I'm going to give you guys a more close-up, but we're going to slice this to make sure everything is perfecto. So nicely done. Like I said, I love to have all the juice when it's nice and moist. But let me show this to you guys. Check that out. A nice, moist turkey that's not dry. Let's taste a bit. Nice and moist, guys. So what I'm going to do, and share a close up with you guys. So this is a close up of the turkey. As you see, the juices are all at the bottom, and which is a great thing. And we sliced that one up. But the best part is you can keep adding the juice on top, keep it all moist. And the best part is what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this turkey up, use some for just slices of turkey, and then I'm going to make some dressing out of this, especially with all this nice juice at the bottom. It's going to be perfect for the dressing.